DreAllday.com.
But today what we're talking about is use it or lose it. Use it or lose it. Y'all have heard that phrase before. Y'all know that when you don't put action into any skill that you have, put action into anything, any relationship you have, any business you have, you don't put enough action into it, you're going to eventually lose it. I'm going to give you 3 tips today on how you can make sure that you use it and not lose it in anything that you do in life. So let's get straight into it. What's going on, Coach Kev? Let's get straight into it. Number one thing you got to understand, everybody, is that there will never come a point that whatever it is that you're good at, anything that you're good at, obviously you don't want to lose it. So I'm not talking about something you don't want to lose, something that you do want to lose. Anything that you want to maintain in life, you will always have to put effort and time and attention into it if you want the results to continue. So think about that. Think about your relationships. Think about your businesses. Think about your body. Anything you want to continuously get results from, you must continuously put time, effort, and attention into it. Always. There will never come a point where you can say, all right, I've done enough work, I don't have to work on that no more. There's never come a point you look at your boyfriend or your girlfriend and say, all right, I don't need to put no attention to my boyfriend or girlfriend no more because I've been paying them a whole bunch of attention for the last 3 years. It don't work like that. You can't say to your kid, all right, kid, look, I've been putting all my energy into you for the first 5 years of your life. Now you go figure it out. It don't work like that. You always going to have to put work in to anything that you want in life. Anything you want to get results from, you will always have to keep putting work in. Now, when it gets to the point where you no longer want results, then you can stop putting in the time, effort, attention. But it will always be, you will always be putting more into it. There's never a point where you can just stop and chill unless you decide you don't want the results no more. Number 2 thing you got to understand is that you must continuously challenge yourself to do better in the thing that you're doing. Understand that your mind and your body do not respond to stagnation. So for example, if you lift weights and you can lift a 50-pound weight pretty well, you're pretty good lifting the 50-pound weight, and all you do every time you go in the gym is lift that same 50 pounds over and over, you never go up to 55 pounds or 60 pounds or just challenge yourself in a different way, your body's going to eventually stop responding to the 50 because your body needs to get better. Your body needs to be challenged. Your mind needs to be challenged at all times. So if you're really good at doing something at a certain level in your business, but you never challenge yourself to go to a higher level or do more of it, then you'll never get better. Your body's actually going to start to go backwards because the world, we know that the world's moving forward at all times, right? We know that there's new technology, new ideas, new ways of doing things always coming up. So if you get to a point of you think you good and then you just stay at this point right here while the rest of the world is slowly moving and getting better, then by default you're losing. Even if you was at the top, even if you were at the top, the world is continuously moving, you're still losing. Even if you was at the bottom and you're right here and the world is up here, if you stay here and the world keeps going like this, the gap is just getting bigger. So you understand you must continuously challenge yourself. No, it's not about not plateauing. It's about continuously challenging yourself so that you can go to a higher level. Because a plateau can not necessarily mean that you're not challenging yourself. It could be other factors that factor into a plateau. That's not exactly what I'm saying. So number 2 thing is you must continuously challenge yourself to continuously get better at what you're doing. Even if it's hard at first to get better, even if it's hard to get over to that next level, you got to keep pushing yourself forward. The number 3 thing when it comes to using it or losing it, ladies and gentlemen, the easiest way to remember something, the easiest way to learn something, the easiest way to internalize something for yourself is to teach it to somebody else. The easiest way to internalize anything for yourself is to teach it to other people. So if you want to get better at your business, go teach somebody else how to do your business. You want to get better at working out, bring somebody to the gym with you and explain to them how to work out in a way that they can understand it and do it on their own. Empower somebody else to have the same knowledge that you have. Once you're able to do that and they can take that knowledge, they got it, they understand it, and they can go teach it to somebody else, that's when you really got it. You don't really got it till you can teach somebody else how to do it. If you can't, whatever it is you think you're good at in life, I don't care if it's a sport, if it's a business, it's the way you talk to girls, whatever it is you do, if you can't teach another person how to do it just as well as you do it, or at least teach them the mechanics, they might not have the skill because they haven't put in the time, they might not have the talent or the resources that you got, but if you can't teach it to them in a way that they can understand it and kind of disseminate it to another person without you being involved, then you don't really know it as well as you think you do. So let me go over these 3 caps. Use it or lose it. Number 1, understand that the work is constant. There's never a point where you can just stop working on something. You can't get a car and take your car to the shop and make sure you get tune-ups for a year and then say, all right, next 10 years, no more oil changes, I'm not changing the tire, no more car washes, I'm not putting no more gas in it, I already did that for a year. You can't do that. You got to continuously work on anything you want results from. Number 2, You must challenge yourself to continuously get better at anything that you want to get results from. That means even if you're at a good level, even if you recognize as the best, if you don't keep pushing yourself, you will eventually, you're losing by default, because everybody else, the entire world, is always moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, you're losing. And number 3, the only way to internalize something and really, really, truly know it in life is you must teach it to someone else. If you can't teach what you know to another person and they can understand it, then you don't know it as well as you think you do. So go teach somebody, and then you'll know how well you know things. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dre Baldwin. I do these scopes every single day. So if you're not following me here on Periscope, rectify that situation and follow me right now. I got a podcast called Work on Your Game. I'm on all your social media. I got books on Amazon and iBooks. I got courses on my website. I got webinars. I got thousands of videos on YouTube. I got a bunch of blogs. I got a lot of stuff. Where can you find all this stuff? Where can you get more information? Just go to my website. It's called DreAllday.com. There's a link in my Periscope bio, DreAllday.com. That's where you can find my Snapchat. That's where you can find my YouTube. That's where you can buy my books. That's where you can sign up for getting my first book, which is free, on my website. You can get my podcast is on there. It's called Work on Your Game. So any of you who listen to podcasts, it's called Work on Your Game. We on SoundCloud, Stitcher. We on Google Play. Should be on Google Play within the next couple days. Just waiting for them to reply. We on iTunes, of course. So everybody, that's where you can find me. You got any questions for me, you can email me. The email address is on my website. Of course, you can send me a snap. My snap code is on my website, so y'all can all hit me from there. Everybody, I want y'all to have a fantastic day. And just remember what I always say, which is work on your game. DreAllday.com. What could you not do with more confidence? Less attention to the negativity of other people, more focus on your goals than nothing else, and not letting unfortunate circumstances slow you down. Would all of those help you out? Well, go to DreAllday.com/bulletproof. Check out my new 8-week course called Bulletproof Mindset. Get started, and I'll see you over there. Work on your game. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is @DreBaldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known. Getting the exposure you want and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game. Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball. I'm ballin'. I feel like Dre